Hey guys, surprise, surprise, surprise. Here I am with another video starting up yet another different series. This is not necessarily the way that I had everything planned out to begin with, but I think this is actually a really good idea. So as you may or may not know, I've got a big video scheduled to come out on this channel. Should be out on New Year's Eve on December 31st. The next video that I have on this channel, like long scripted video, is going to be probably another video game related video, and it's probably going to be about this game. So I need to get a little bit of a play in on this one, and so I figure I might as well do it with everybody else watching. So we're going to play RBI Baseball 2 on the NES. Now, so you know, I'm going to switch over to this right here. The way we're going to do this is because I really want to get a lot of sort of B-roll for these videos and stuff like that. I'm going to end up spending a bunch of time not having my face, here on the screen. I'm going to spend some time just playing the game like normal. Now I'll tell you, when I was a kid, I didn't have a copy of RBI Baseball 2. I didn't have a copy of this game when I was a kid. I had RBI 3. The two games are very, very similar, except that in RBI 2, you only have like the stock teams. You don't have any extra teams. So we're going to be Kansas City. We're going to go up against, let's go up against Oakland just for fun. So we'll have Saberhagen here. And we'll sort of see what happens. The sound in RBI Baseball 2 is a little bit different than it is in RBI 3, but overall the game itself is very, very similar, and we'll have a couple more things to say about that as time goes on. But yeah, the music is different. I like RBI 3's music better, but the reason why I like RBI 3 better in terms of music is probably because I'm used to it. When I was a kid, I played that game a lot. Mostly because I think that's the baseball game that I had before the original RBI Baseball. If I remember right. Anyway, so it's not too hard to get used to, like, the controls and stuff of this game is exactly the same as in the original RBI Baseball. In fact, the truth is that RBI Baseball 2 and RBI Baseball 3 are just reskins of the original RBI Baseball. There's no difference, like, at all. The only real difference is the way that your players look. We're going to try to sort of highlight that in these videos. You can tell I'm a little bit out of practice. It's been a little while since I've really been playing these games. You can push B in this game to jump, which kind of makes a difference, and people say that it's like a good addition or whatever. Personally, I don't really think so. Oh, I should tell you, this trick that I'm doing here is something I learned in the original RBI Baseball. Also, Famista is the exact same. You can throw these sort of fast curveballs like this and strike the computer out every single time. Which is pretty cool. It works in every version of the game, including the old arcade version of Versus RBI Baseball. So if you need something to get the computer out, you can just do that. There you go. Hitting, however, is a different story. Here's Bo. It's going to take me a little while, I think, to get really used to the timing of this game again, after playing all sorts of different games. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. I'll probably play like maybe a week's worth of these games or something like that. Ah, geez, that was really bad. I mean, Dave Stewart, so it's going to be difficult no matter what. Stillwell, I don't remember this guy that much. These are all based on the 1989 teams. The other thing you'll notice about this game is the later Tengen versions of RBI Baseball have like weird things going on with the music. It's not just this game that's like it. RBI 3 has the same problem as well. Now, the interesting thing is that for the Genesis games, Tengen basically like completely recreated RBI Baseball. So when you're talking about like RBI 3 on the Genesis, it's a totally different game from RBI Baseball 3 on the NES. Like, there are some similarities between the games, right? Like, it has like basically the same team selection and all that stuff. But in terms of like your strategy, in terms of like how the game engine works and stuff, it's a completely different game. So that's one of those things that you only learn when you're an adult and you actually have access to all these games and you can play them. Because when you're a kid, all you think about is, oh, that's what the franchise is called. And so, of course, it's going to be, the same game because it's got the same name, right? And you have the same teams to choose from, right? It's got to be basically the same thing. And if you don't see it as being the same thing, you're just thinking about it wrong or something like that, right? That's the way that we were as kids. But, reality is that this game is actually considerably different from the Genesis versions. Man, 101 miles an hour. Jeez. So those of you guys who are RBI Baseball hackers and stuff can tell me all about, you know, how this game works and all that stuff, and what exactly the what the ratings are for the players and all that stuff. I haven't spent any time to look at that. I just want to play the game. Ah, shoot. That was not what I wanted to swing at. Fortunately, it's out of play. Now, I don't know about you guys. When I look at the graphics, like the sprites and stuff in this game, I think that this is a major step down from RBI Baseball 1. Even when I was a kid, I preferred RBI 1, and so when I finally got it, I played the game a lot more than RBI 3. But I will tell you as well that when I was a kid, it was pretty common for me to like come home from school and be like, oh, I'm going to go play like the 1984 World Series again, and I'd pop in like the Tigers and the Padres and sit around and play with that for a while. But I mean, I don't know if everybody was like that. I had kind of a weird childhood. So there you go. There's no replays in this game, I guess. Maybe there are. Maybe we're going to come across them. Anyway, we didn't score in the end. Like I said, I'm a little bit out of practice. The other problem I have with this is that Saberhagen doesn't throw sidearm in this game like he does in the first one, which is kind of an oversight. There are sidearm pitchers in this game. I think if we get to Quisenberry, we'll see one. So we'll see what happens. The other thing you should know is that in playing this, I'm not necessarily playing like super competitive. Like I'm not going to worry about like if I lose or not. You should know that if you're watching my other channels, you know that by now. So like earlier today, I played Tecmo Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm just swinging at whatever. I played Tecmo Super Bowl on my football channel with the Tecmo Grey Cup 2025 modification. And the Ottawa Redbacks, who I've been coaching, we got totally creamed again. So it's okay. Win or lose, we're all in it together, right? I need to stop swinging. I should just stop swinging at every slow pitch that he throws. I hate that though, man. He changes speeds like crazy. Like, it probably looks really easy to you if you're not used to playing this game, but seriously, that's really not easy to get used to. So since we're playing this game, when we later on we start playing like the original RBI Baseball or Fami Star or whatever it is that I'm going to end up doing in the end, I'll tell you more of these stories, but I can tell you all sorts of stories about playing this game when I was a kid. Back when I was about, I probably would have been probably 5 years old. It probably would have been 1989. I had a neighbor who had a copy of the original RBI Baseball. I'm pretty sure he had the gray cartridge version, not the black cartridge version. I would go over to his house and play it like all the time. He was kind of a jerk. He had like these rules that like you couldn't throw curveballs because he couldn't hit a curve. So, yeah, I couldn't throw curveballs if I was pitching against him, and then like there were some other things that he didn't want me to do that would have like probably helped me win. Anyway, I can remember just little bits of it. I can remember, you know, playing the games. I can remember being frustrated with him. I can remember fighting with him. Good times. Ah, yes, good old RBI Baseball. You know you're playing RBI Baseball when like your guy has absolutely no arm at all. But we get the double play. Let's see if we get a replay. Yep, there we go. So it is the same as RBI 3. Yeah, that's the other thing that they added into the game. And then the other thing is that you have a lot more players to choose from. But those of you who have been editing RBI Baseball know already that it's not really that hard to make like roster edits to the game. It's not that hard to... I mean, I guess you probably have to hack into it, like using a hex editor or something, but it's not necessarily that hard to make it so that you have an expanded roster, which is pretty cool. I mean, people have taken the original game and they've made it like a 30-team game. You know, they put in all the major league teams and stuff, which is pretty cool. So, see, the computer's playing this the right way. Like, you should be taking out like the pitcher and, you know, getting into the bullpen and stuff like that. In the original game, you got to be careful with that because you only have so many players. You don't want to use up all your pitchers too quickly. But see, stuff like this, so this play that we're looking at right now, which is excruciatingly slow and which might give Frank White a inside the Parker. Let's see if we can do it. No, he's going to get thrown out. But plays like this are the evidence that I have that this game is exactly the same game as... I can choose to switch hit with Talbot. Oh. Well, I guess I don't have to take him out. But we will. We'll put Willie Wilson in. It's pretty cool that I have the option to hit from the other side against this pitcher, but why would I want to do it? It doesn't really matter in this game. There's not really a platoon difference anyway, so whatever. Jim Eisenreich. Oh, yes. Classic NES double. There's the hemorrhoid star, George Brett. Alright, so we get one back. And now's the time we want to take Saber Hagman out of here. And look at that, almost all righties. Let's go with Charlie Leibrandt. See, now to do the trick, you have to go to the other side of the rubber. I don't know if this game allows you to dive or not. I know that in RBI 3 you can dive. It's kind of awkward to do this backwards, actually. I kind of prefer the right-handed pitchers. Now, the first time that I played this game, which was actually on an emulators a couple of years ago, I actually didn't really like the music that much. But I don't know, it kind of grows on me. I don't think that the music for RBI 2 is necessarily any better or worse than RBI 3. I would argue that the music for the first game is iconic, but of course that was the Japanese music, and it's the same music you hear, as others have said, in every single Japanese baseball game. They're all the same. Oh, go baby, go, 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 go. Oh yeah, Bo Jackson, baby. Take that. Wow, Bo Jackson with the 394-foot home run. That's the other thing they added to this game. They put in the home run distances, and see if we can enjoy it again. We can watch the replay and enjoy all of our handiwork. There's sometimes, I don't know about this game, but in RBI 3, if you play it a lot, there are times where you can get the replay to glitch out by making really weird things happen. Oh, I was hoping that would be fair. Bad luck. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff in this game that, like physics-wise and all of that, that makes it obvious that it's from the original RBI Baseball. There's a way in, so those of you who play a lot of Major League Baseball, the LJN game, which is a horrible game, those of you who play that game a lot know that there are ways that you can get your guy to like run through the stands. You can do that with a lot of really crappy NES baseball games. You can also do that, believe it or not, with RBI Baseball 1 and with RBI 3. I've never really done it on RBI 1, but on RBI 3 I have. As a kid, because I played this game. I played that game so much, like you have no idea. But there are ways you can like throw the ball, you know, into the stands. There are ways you can have the ball when you're in the stands and do like really crazy things and all that. There's a lot of glitches in these games. I mean, all NES games really... Oh, that was nice. Saved us. Good job, Seitzer. Is he gonna like actually hit the ball straight? Nope, no chance to do so. This is Bob Boone, I think. You know, what I probably should have done before playing this is I probably should have like at least gone over to Baseball Reference and, you know, at least done like the most basic research into the teams and like figure out who I'm playing with and stuff like that. So, of course, you know, when I do like scripted videos and stuff, you're much more likely to see like, you know, actual research being done. In this video I have coming out soon, so on you're going to see it on probably December 31st. It should come out about the 55 World Series. I'm going to do a lot of research for that one, so that's going to be worth it. It doesn't matter, it's just the third out. So look out for that one. But you know, most of this stuff, like when I'm playing and stuff, I'm not really doing necessarily that much research. So for the video I'm planning for this game, I'm going to do some, like take at least a look into the history behind RBI 2 as much as possible. That was bad. I should have had my first baseman go out for that. Oh yeah, see, you can dive. But the thing is, the diving on this game, I'm not convinced that jumping or diving actually really makes a difference. In other words, times where you could, if you can dive and actually get to the ball, chances are that you could get to the ball anyway. That was, by the way, one of the strangest running decisions I've ever seen the computer make on one of these games. Usually the computer just stops there at second, but for some reason he decided to go to third when I threw to second. I don't understand the logic behind that, but whatever. I think that we may have just saved ourselves a victory. That was pretty good, huh? See, I can play these games and talk at the same time. I'm not as good as I was when I was a kid. Back when I was a kid, I used to be able to like just completely dominate the computer. In fact, when I started doing these videos, I started with the first RBI Baseball. I was really frustrated because I forgot what I would do. Shoot. I forgot what I would do to, you know, get a home run at the beginning of the game every time. And it wasn't until I tried holding down when I swung that I realized that that was the trick. So if you hold down, you uppercut the ball. And if you hold up when you swing, you hit the ball into the ground. So the way to do it in the original game is you choose the American League as your team, and you always substitute... who's the first batter? I think I was going to say Willie Randolph, somebody like that. You always put in Mark McGwire. If you put in McGwire at the beginning of the game, he gets the bonus, the pinch hitter bonus. And getting that pinch hitter bonus is basically what ensures that yeah, he's safe. Getting the pinch hitter bonus combined with his power ensures that you have like a 90% chance of hitting a home run if you hold down. And so you get like a free run, basically. It's the way it works. I don't know, this Kansas City ball club is not that good. 1990 Kansas City Royals, huh? The only reason why I wanted to, or 1989, the only reason why I wanted to choose them is because of Bo Jackson, so... Anyway, we'll see. Listening to this beautiful music reminds me that I also probably will do this tonight. I need to play the next game of the 1955 World Series with ABBA Baseball for DOS. And by the way, right there, that was a good example of where the jump does basically nothing, right? So I couldn't get to that ball at all. If the ball... Oh, shoot. Oh, it's foul. Thank you. If the ball were hit more on like a line drive or something, I probably would be able to just run over and get it instead of having to jump for it. So in other words, this jump mechanic, the dive mechanic's the same way. It basically does nothing, which means that it reminds me a lot of mechanics and stuff like, you know, Football Manager. I won't bring all the Football Manager drama into this channel, but that's the way that it is with some of these games. I see this double play. This is what happens. This is the touch of the master's hand. This is what happens when you play like a ton of this game when you're a kid. You learn how to do stuff like that. Oh yeah. Goodbye, Dave Parker. Alright, that's going to be it for Lieberant. Now, the way that this is going to work... No, see, there we go. Now we have a sidearm. So that's a little bit better. There's a little bit of improved defensive AI in this game. Like in the original RBI Baseball, I guarantee you that would have been a double. The defense is a little bit better in this game. I'm not sure exactly what they changed, but they changed something or other so that when the computer plays defense, it doesn't like totally suck. But you can still do tricks with this. Like if you have a left-handed pitcher, you can still do the bunt for a home run trick. That's not easy to do. I haven't really tried that much to do it. Oh look, we don't even have Quisenberry in this team. Well, that's even better. I think that... I guess Montgomery was our save guy. Okay. Oh, whoops. I forgot I'm a right-handed pitcher now. Tony Phillips. It's crazy. After all of these years, and I was only 5 years old in 1989, but I can still name, like, this entire team. And Gallego. The reason, by the way, why I know how to name all of the there's David Henderson. Why know how to name all the 1989 Oakland Athletics is because I've played with the team a lot using games like APA and, you know, Diamond Mind and, you know, so on and so forth. So, yeah, if you play with these... Oh, Cy Young, here we go. If you play with these games a lot, you really start to get to know the players. You get to know, like, the differences between them and stuff like that. So... what would be really nice is if I could straighten the swing out a little bit and actually make good contact instead of doing that. But there you go. Here's Eisenreich again. Eisenreich, he wound up with California, right? Yeah, well, 2 away. So I don't know if I'm gonna do like a full series necessarily with this game. I can't remember if this game has you tour around and play all the major league teams or exactly what happens. So we're about to find out, and this is gonna be good to know actually in terms of like doing the video that I'm gonna do on this game. There's a bunch of other stuff that we'll have in the video as well. I can tell you this now since most of you aren't actually watching 20 minutes in, watching me play an NES game for 20 minutes. So there are other versions of RBI Baseball 2 out there. There was a version for the Amiga. There was a version for MS-DOS. There's a version, I think, for the Atari computer. So we're going to look at least some of those. I think I was able to download a copy of the Amiga game. It's playable. See what I tell you, I'm pretty good at this game. Not only that, we're beating the best team in the American League. The 89 Athletics, we beat them. One of the best teams of all time, how about that? So, we beat them 5-1, we struck out 13. We had a home run, thank you, Bo Jackson. It only took 17 minutes. And see, look, the best part of this game is you get these cheerleaders, right? That's what it's all about. And there's the code 6GDTGIFU. Next game, Kansas City at New York, and then play Clacks. Okay, so we save the state here. If we just push start, then it takes us straight to the next game. You can see our pitchers are limited. So we're not going to worry so much about that right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end this, and I'm probably going to sit down and play. You can see the top of my little mouse here. I'm going to end this. I'm going to probably play this APA Baseball for DOS game so that my good old APA fans don't get too upset with me for breaking my promise. And we'll probably go along with this again tomorrow. We'll just pick up the save state from where we left off. And that will be that for at least the time being. Yeah, that's about it for now. We'll probably try to play one of these games every single day until basically the next video comes out. So I don't think I'm going to necessarily go through and play against every major league team because it's kind of repetitive. But we'll give you a pretty good idea of sort of what the game looks like. I'll probably have like a bonus episode or two where I look at the other versions of RBI Baseball 2, and we can sort of play around with some of those. So hope you enjoyed that. A lot of stuff like this coming in the future. I really want to do, I've been holding off on this, but I really want to do a major project with like baseball stars. I've always wanted to play through the Famista games, like every single game. So we're probably going to end up doing that in the end. So yeah, if you stick around here for a while, you're going to be along for the ride. And of course, this is going to be a video free for all. Tomorrow's episode, or whatever we're calling this, is probably going to be for members only. So look out for that as well. And there you have it. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.